With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in a bit where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
And with DeAndre Ayton, he looks like he could end up as one of the top centers in the league.
I mean, he has all the tools you want from a modern center. Great size and wingspan, protects the paint well, very strong for his age, and has shown he can dominate.
And for this young man, this game is serving as kind of a coming out party.
To the bank, captain of the ship and we won't sink. Give her 100 total. Work hard now, we finally seen a change. My brothers keep it deeper than a chain. Just like Indy got a thing. And I'm tripping like a sinker. Yes, this make you blink, yeah. I committed all the dots. Put a foreign off the lot. Move the family to the docks. Put some diamonds in my watch. Falling like a big shot. Falling like a big shot. Falling like a big shot. In LA, I got dusty on my clothes. I still got homies on play shows. I'm just getting started, I got more goals. Looking for the peso. The inside but the bank closed. Every time I turn around I see a bankroll. I used to get hit me down, I ain't a thing, oh. I might be one getting a payroll. I'm short LA on go shop on Rodeo. Dripping color, I had a case closed. Independent, you can't name a title. I committed all the dots. Just pouring out the lot. Move the family to the docks. Put some diamonds in my watch. Falling like a big shot.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. The Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles, and the freeways of LA, all painting the picture just where we are tonight. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. Don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Kevin?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Culver. And it's Okogie in at the 3 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the 3 slot. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's Los Angeles now. And they double up James. It's tipped. And there's another turnover by the Lakers. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
Now here's Wiggins. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. And Davis throws it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Now, here's Culver. Defense is right there. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Covington with the bucket.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Covington with the steal. It's stolen by Green. Floats it up for James. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Culver with it. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game.
And we mentioned McGee's outstanding length. Well, there, you saw what he did. He used that to swat the shot.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
And checking out numbers for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, how last month turned out for him, he's averaging 11 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or 2 every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in a tight game. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference. Not the most productive quarter he'll ever have, but his shot selection's been a little bit dubious.
Stops, pops. Okogie misses. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's a 5-point game. Long season, Chris. Talk about the challenges of maintaining focus and concentration throughout these 82 regular season games.
I mean, the season just wears on you. First of all, physically, you travel, the games, the practice. So one, you have to get through it physically, so take care of your body. Second, mentally, just the fact that you go through every season from Christmas to the summertime. Can you just stay mentally prepared and engaged and remember what the big focus is, why all of you guys came together, the championship. So really it's just a constant reminder that you have to do the little things every day. It's not about the big picture. It's day by day until we get to the end. And usually when you keep that narrow-minded type of focus, you'll get to the end of the season and say, wow, that was quick. That was fun.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Bradley comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. Lakers trail by 5. Down low, it's tipped. Towns with the steal. block. That one goes careening off the glass.
No trespassing. Howard controlling the defense.
To the paint. There's the steal. Teague left side. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little. Little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Towns wide open. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. To the inside. Here's Wiggins. And the rebound goes to Howard.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
And Davis throws it down.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
1:29 left in the first. Towns at the elbow. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Alex Caruso. And Quinn Cook subbed in for LeBron. And he comes up with the deuce. Howard's got his second bucket.
Well, you can't allow Howard to get this kind of position. He's confident in his ability to score inside.
Teague feeling it out a bit. 41 seconds left in the first quarter. And he converts the layup.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
A 3 from Bradley. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Lakers. Timberwolves leading by 9. They swipe it. Cook, good.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Teague can't hit. Outside, Davis. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Kuzma.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
7 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Teague inside the line, and he hits the jump shot. Teague's got 6 points.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back right after this. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide-open shots that I think everyone on the team would love for me to take.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could long term.
And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. And so Graham will bring it up for the Timberwolves. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Inside, here's Napier. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside.
Mighty up, gone. Big rack, they long. Hot now, I'm on. Say I wouldn't be, they was wrong.
I know my energy and never die. I need my inner peace and peace of mind. I'm making history with all the guys. I am not satisfied with getting by. I see the envy hate up in their eyes. See me win Grammys, do not be surprised. I got the vision and I got the drive. I manifest it so I know it's mine. For the momentum, I know they feel it, they feel the momentum. For the momentum, I know they feel it, they feel the momentum. For the momentum, I know they feel it, they feel the momentum. For the momentum, I know they feel it, they feel it. Are we back? All this fact, Quantrell play, Kodak Black, all this snap, what a feeling, 100 million, now I'm jigging, y'all be chilling, non-existent, non-consistent, everywhere like a politician, politicking, y'all be slipping in the odds against me, but I'm optimistic, like, I know my energy and never die, I need my inner peace and peace of mind, I'm making history with all the guys, I am not satisfied with getting by, I see that envy hate up in their eyes, see me win Grammys, do not be surprised, I got the vision and I got the drive, I manifest it so I know it's mine.
This week, we're saying goodbye to 2019 and looking back at this season's best moments so far. Scott OG is back. We will have your insider guide to 2K20's My Team and My Career, plus your top plays.
Happy Happy New Year!
Or technically, it could still be 2019 if you're watching this before Wednesday. But if not, guess what? It's 2020, and we have so many new things to look forward to this year.
Yeah, and a part of this year's New Year's special, we are taking a look back at 2019, and we are celebrating this 2K20 season.
It's hard to believe that we're 17 weeks in, and we've already had so many great moments that we've shared with you.
So let's take a look at them.
You recorded virtual LeBron throwing an alley-oop pass to virtual Anthony Davis, and you got so excited that you actually texted that to LeBron. So what was his response?
Yeah, he was excited to be able to do that for the first time, you know, on 2K. It was fun.
What movements are a part of your game that need to be in 2K20?
Well, first, the baby hair has to be in 2K.
Yeah, the physical attributes are really important.
Yeah, and then also just like my patent, I think the hop that I do.
For the momentum, I know they feel it, they feel the momentum. For the momentum, I know they feel it, they feel the momentum. For the momentum, I know they feel it, they feel the momentum. For the momentum, I know they feel it, they feel wanna be NFL, now we making beats. NFL, you can look at T. The concept, contrary to your belief. Gather around and come and see, I'm undefeated, flow that.
The soaring CN Tower is seen from the waters of Lake Ontario, along with the rest of beautiful downtown Toronto, our setting today. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers. DA, take it.
For a long time.
And the game is going global. You're right. Thank you, DA. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. Ingram is out there with Williams, and it's Favors in at the 5. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Red Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And here is Williams. Ingram wide open. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. A lot of trade rumors beginning to swirl now, Brent. Several teams out there trying to add talent, and sometimes it comes at the expense of team chemistry.
It can, and I think teams who are very, very aware of their potential to be into the playoffs are careful to tinker with that. If they know they're going to have an opportunity to play in the postseason, the additions that they have to make, Kevin, they have to understand that that player coming in is great for us, but how is it that that player comes in? Who does it affect in our locker room?
Or they make a trade or don't make a trade because they're worried about team chemistry, how it'll be affected.
Exactly. Yeah. But again, I'll go back to an addition sometimes into a locker room with just that talent may affect the talent you already have. And if you're really cognizant of that fact, sometimes not making the deal is the best deal to make.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's Favors, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack, and where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
And it's good for 2. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Holiday against Lowry. Ingram outside. Over Ibaka. Second chance shot, and Favors finishes it off.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
All alone. Siakam pulls it in. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist from Ingram.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Here's Van Vliet. And the Raptors miss again. And here are the Pelicans. They're on an 11-2 run. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Holiday against Siakam. Clock at 6. And it's blocked. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. And let's take this chance to check out the NBA steal leader. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. And you look at Van Vliet. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Raptors trail by 11.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development that's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
And stolen by Redick. Williams outside. They get it back. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And Brett, kind of a musical chair situation for the Bayhawks, the original franchise, this season moving to College Park, Georgia to become the Skyhawks.
That's right. That team was affiliated with the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Pelicans take over for the next 3 years in Erie with the new Bayhawks franchise before that move to Alabama in 2022.
And Toronto will go for a different look here. Andre Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. Miller's checked in for Fred Van Vliet. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Kyle Lowry. And New Orleans now. They're on a 15-6 run. Down low, Hart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Raptors trail by 11. And here's Miller outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Favors got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Moore. Goes back up. Powell with the steal. To the middle. It's deflected. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
All right, a chance to check out some stats for Ball. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
With those guys.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K. I love 2K.
So now he has his takeover, which is not good news for Red City Boy.
It's not. I'm in trouble. I gotta get still.
No! And there it is. AD, 5-3. I like it, though. That's your first time on the sticks, though.
From past or present NBA players, who you got?
I got Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, myself, and Pistol Pete Maravich.
How many games do you guys win?
Actually, I'm going to trade Pistol Pete for Steph Curry, because he's my favorite player right now.
One more final hey guys for our fans out there.
Of course. Hey guys. Whoa! My whole camera almost fell over doing that. That's how excited I got.
What's this whole experience been like for you being the #1 pick? Because the fans are going crazy.
I mean, it's been a dream come true. And now I'm just kind of like enjoying the process.
I've been dreaming about this, playing the NBA, and I got drafted, first round, and it's big time.
Is there any pass that you're looking forward to getting into the game?
I would say like the between the leg, like dropping it off behind you pass. I mean, I'm a flashy guy.
My guy better be snagging rebounds, pushing the ball, dunking up the middle of the lane. If 2K can have that intensity of how I play on there, I'll be like, yeah, that's my guy.
Of course, we had to dress up a little bit early.
What are you?
I am a referee here to officiate the 2K community.
You grew up in a very athletic family. What was the competition like?
Heated.
Yeah?
No one comes home unless they're crying in the car. So
that's
how it was.
So what were you crying over when you were playing against your family?
Because my dad would never give me calls against my sister, but she was like 5 years older. Nah, AD's too good on here. You guys set me up. I feel like you did.
What do you guys have to say to each other about the little rep race going on between you two?
Just like Chalk said, he probably didn't even expect to be #1. I wouldn't even call it a rep race, to be honest.
How about you, Chalk?
As tough as this grind is, I can respect somebody who's doing it the right way because there's a lot of people out there who aren't.
When we play inside in the rec, it's more like, for me, it's more like game. Like, I'm coaching them on my headset. Like, yo, Ryan, space the floor. Make sure you set a screen.
You wake up brushing your teeth like...
You gotta get the jaw movement, and there you go. There you go. Throw it up and catch it. Okay.
Seeing the little legend symbol underneath the helicopter, see my player fly through, there was no better feeling than that.
Yo! First legend on NBA 2K20, baby.
These dance moves for him are terrible.
Why do you have to say that? I'm all happy and, you have to put me down.
This is the first time I've ever done this. This is, very new for me.
All right, I think we're done. This is Eric, we're done.
I don't have a watch, but I know it's 2K20 challenge time.
Ooh, my favorite kind of time. Let's take a look at all the glorious winners, and there's nobody.
This is where it all started for me. Honestly, it's just giving back, to my roots. Giving back to the people that I want to be a part of, the community I want to touch, and people to be able to see me, and just having that direct streamline back to this community, it means everything.
I saw you down there playing 2K20 with Ronnie. Tell me, who is better, you or Ronnie?
I was, but, the drink fell on my foot, so Ronnie went to go lay it up, and he ended up beating me by, 4 points, so.
Oh, I like the excuses.
It's crazy.
4-5. Come on. Hitting down the lane.
Yo.
Hook shot.
Oh my God!
Oh my God. This isn't cool.
If you saw anything that you missed, remember, you can always go to the main menu, head to 2K TV, and watch all of our past episodes.
That's right. There's more gold in there, and guess what? All those 2K TV interactives are still available on every episode.
Check it out.
Oh, we are back. I'm the 2KMC, and the Winter Madness is continuing in the neighborhood. We only have a few days left, but remember, we're looking for who can reach the top tier of 2K Compete events and crowning 5 MVPs at the end. 1 MVP per platform and 250,000 VC is at stake. So jump in this weekend and win. But that's not the only stakes this week. Tuesday is the 8th Ruffles Ridge Tournament of Champions. And once the four-pointers stop in the neighborhood, the overall winner will be chosen and on their way to NBA All-Star Weekend in Chicago. So keep your eye on the billboards, get your swag on, and compete. I'll be back later with your top assists of the month.
We're back, winning tips. Now it's time to go over the most common play. And it's the most common play in our game, and that's the high pick and roll. There are 5 ways and 5 different settings that you can use in NBA 2K20 to defend the pick and roll. First, let's get started with the hard hedge. The hard hedge is an aggressive pick and roll defense. It's designed to make the ball handler go back where he came from. He will stay there for approximately 2 to 3 dribbles before returning back to his assignment. The next one is a soft hedge. Very similar to the hard hedge, only that he's only going to stay for a dribble before returning back to his assignment. Now it's time to talk about the catch edge. The catch edge is the most common pick and roll coverage played by centers in the NBA. The responsibility of the catch edge defender is 2 things. 1, he cannot allow a straight line drive from the ball handler to the rim. And second, he cannot allow the roller to get behind him. He's basically zoning one spot in between the 2 offensive players. Keep in mind that when you play this coverage, you are giving up the 15-foot jump shot. That is what this pick and roll coverage is designed to do. Probably the most common pick and roll coverage across the league is switching. This one is straightforward. You are switching assignments with the screener, and you want to be able to handle this at the primary level. Now, when the ball is on the wings, the most common pick and roll defense you'll see is called ice. The ice defense is to isolate the ball on one side of the floor. The on-ball defender will jump to the middle of the floor, get on the hip of the ball handler, and push it to the baseline side. And he's pushing it to the big who is dropping off, playing very similar to catch-hedge principles. All right, so now we got to go over off-ball screens. And in NBA 2K20, there are 3 different ways to play these off-ball screens. First, let's go over. This off-ball screen coverage is used to get on the hip of the offensive player and trail them over the top of the screen. This coverage is mostly used on shooters. You want to use this against guys like Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving. You want to use this against guys of that shooting caliber. Now there's under. We're going to get under the screen towards the basketball. We want to use this pick and roll coverage against guys who don't shoot it very well and prefer to attack the rim off of the catch. And the most common off-ball screen coverage is the switch. If you want to eliminate confusion or easy shots coming off of these screens, you can switch them. Let's not forget, when you talk about the high screen and roll game, the purpose of this is to try to get either the ball handler or the screener open. But depending on these defenses, you're going to give up something. Using these defensive pick and roll schemes, you can limit their options. Hey, we're not trying to tell you which button here to press shoot. We're trying to translate your game into victories. Now that you've watched these 2 parts, you're already a better player. Now I encourage you to go finish your My Career story, because next week we're going into the neighborhood. And you
Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. You'll see the West All-Stars taking on the 2000s team. And it's going to be the 2000s team off the tip. Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Durant. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's LeBron James, and it's Harden in at the 2-back. Here's Kobe. Here's O'Neal, and Shaq with the slam.
Boy, nobody wants to get in his way when he's this deep. Watch out.
Harden dishes to Leonard. Here's LeBron. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
And stolen by James. Inside, here's Davis. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
There is a bunch to appreciate about LeBron's game. His passing is off the charts. Just look at that feed.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Down low, got a piece of it. And out of bounds. The 2000s team will take it. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Mike D'Antoni for just a minute. And with this team, it's all about getting out in transition and using their team speed. He said, look, if we get a rebound, we got to be off to the races. This has to be a track meet. So we may have a wild one tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And so James will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Outside Irving. Here's Davis. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
The three from Iverson drains it from beyond the arc.
Only one miss in the first 5 attempts, clearly failing.
To the inside, Harden, and he makes good on the layup.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
To the paint. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And the dunk by Kobe.
You know, Tim Duncan does a nice job, especially when one of his guys is open. That floor awareness of his, dime drop.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. It's a 3-point game. Leonard against James. Leonard, the pass to LeBron. Again, the West All-Stars.
Over the years, his catch-and-shoot jumper has gotten so much better. You can tell LeBron's really worked on that part of his game.
Lob pass to Duncan. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now off the inbound, and Irving finishes inside.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and stolen by LeBron. Here's Leonard. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Yeah, you got to know Bryant looking to shoot as soon as he gets the ball. The D can't give him any daylight.
And Leonard gets it to go.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists. You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Davis. Ben Simmons comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Bradley Beal's checked in for James Harden. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Irving. They grabbed their own miss. Another shot. Nash with the block. Now here's Garnett down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Simmons. And it's Wade with the rebound. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for the 2000s team. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off.
Boy, both ends of that play, guys, were fantastic.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
1:58 left here in the first quarter. Oh, the lob to Nowitzki. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and the dunk by Beal.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Carter. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down. Not the best of shot selection there, but you know what? You do not look a gift horse in the mouth.
To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Garnett. Here's Nowitzki. And the rejection by James.
Using his length and timing and bounce to perfection there. LeBron James, an excellent shot blocker.
Beal up top. Wade is covering. And the dunk by James.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Now Lillard. Carter's missing on the three.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
To the inside, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Boy, I like Nowitzki's mentality. He knows he can get his shot off anytime he wants to, but he likes setting up his guys, too.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. And finished off by LeBron.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got his third assist on the night.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the West All-Stars up by 8. And we'll be back with you right after this. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for the 2000s team, they've got LeBron James. Kobe is out there with Tracy McGrady. That's Garnett, and it's Duncan in at the center.
Always nice to see Bryant find the open man. He gets so much attention on himself. That helps create opportunities for other guys.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. With the tip.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And they double up LeBron. And the dunk by Towns.
There's the great length we're always talking about with Karl Anthony Towns. I mean, leaving no doubt about that one.
And they're on the break. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Kevin Garnett. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Now James, following the three-point attempt by Kobe Bryant. James kicks to Lillard. Passes it to Simmons. 6 to shoot. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Here's Lillard. Good, and the assist goes to town. Lillard's got the lead up to 14 now for the West All-Stars. And the 2000s team decides to take their first time out here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
For the 2000s team, O'Neal's checked in for Duncan. Pierce comes in for James. And it's Yao in for Kobe. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for LeBron. Leonard comes in for Simmons. James Harden, he's checked in for Beal. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Damian Lillard. Irving with a clean look. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And here's the 2000s team. They trail by 14.
You know, Garnett is a willing passer, especially when one of his guys has a clean look.
And so here are the West All-Stars. Harden dishes to Leonard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Marcus Aldridge is checked in for the West.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example. Yeah, nice, silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the West All-Stars. 13-point lead. Garnett with the block.
Cannot forget about the defense of Garnett now. Outstanding at knowing when to time his lead to block the shot.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Nothing surprising about that, guys. We've come to expect plays like that from him, and still, they never get old.
Harden, no good. And here's the 2000s team. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Harden. Pulls it up. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Harden's got his second basket of the night. He lobs it up.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
If you can't stop it, here it comes. I'm right at you.
1:21 left in the first half of the game. Inside, Davis. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists now in this one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Hands it from downtown. Irving's got 5 points so far.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
For better or worse, and it looks like the latter. I mean, those threes not really falling yet.
To the inside.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
He was all alone on that one. 7 points for James Harden.
You know, the confidence Harden has in his three-point shot, especially that step back that he shoots, is just mind-boggling. He loves letting it fly from deep.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Or the 2000s team. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for O'Neal. Dwayne Wade comes in for McGrady. And Iverson's subbed in for Yao. 24 seconds left to play here in the half. And here's Iverson outside. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal. Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Wade gets the bucket.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And so it's the West All-Stars out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. And they...
Everything you wrote, that's true. She got a goat tattoo. I got a ghost statue. You got a quote that too from the goat mouth.
get there. Way to grab it. Right there. No, 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 no. get it, come get it.
Every year, My Career brings you a fresh story that takes you on a journey.
That's right, and this year's story has you rubbing some shoulders with some pretty big names.
Rubbing shoulders with LeBron, Idris Elba, Rosario Dawson. I mean, we could go on, but you have to see it for yourself.
But there is so much more to My Career Mode, and this year is more robust than ever before.
Like My Player Nation, right?
That's right, and we've compiled all there is to do in this mode, so check out this guide. My Career is your chance to live the life of an NBA superstar. Before you start, you can load up the My Nba2K20 app and scan your face into the game. Then, use the brand new My Player Builder to create your skill set and physical abilities. When you're done, you can test the build at any overall rating you'd like, with teams that you choose. Find your perfect fit and dive into When the Lights Are Brightest. The new My Career story created in partnership with Maverick Carter and LeBron James's Spring Hill Entertainment.
It's important to me.
Answer the question, coach.
Hey, watch your tone, okay?
This star-studded cast will guide your journey to be drafted into the NBA. But making the roster is only the beginning. You have full control of your career. Team practices and working out at the Gatorade training facility will improve your skills, and endorsement opportunities can expand your MyPlayers brand. Hit the neighborhood for online games in the playground, trampoline basketball in the cages, 5-on-5 in the rec, or create an organized team with stat tracking in Pro-Am, which has a new 3v3 court sitting out back. The neighborhood often transforms with 2K Compete events, giving you new ways to experience my career. Then there's MyPlayer Nation. Join your team's current roster to play real-life matchups all season long. Go for the win because players for the opposition are trying to take your team down. Each result will be added up, and the team with the highest win percentage will earn that W. Then, at the end of the NBA regular season, we will have our own alternate reality playoffs. Can you rep your team to the MyPlayer Nation Championship?
My team is all about customization as you create your best fantasy lineup. Use current NBA players or stars from the past. Use your favorite.
Smacking the game about, I'm smacking my chain about. Keep my name out your mouth, keep my name on your mind. I'm about getting the grind, I'm about holding the floor. Coachella, give me some more, it's about to go off, yeah, bong, ballin'. That means it's ready and good. That means it's big in the hood and I'm big in the hood. It's good. What they talking about? About to just take them out. Everything, everything.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. It's the 2010s team taking on the 2000s team. And it's going to be the 2000s team off the tip. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Howard. Steph Curry's out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's James in at the 4 spot.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from. And that soft, delicate